people, I've got a bunch of stale white bread here, so I'm going to make bread and butter pudding. And this is going to be my version of bread and butter pudding. I put bananas and some brown sugar and chocolate in it. Usually it's made with sultanas or currants. Now this used to be a really common dish in Australian and British households. It used to be really common. Everyone knew what it was like. Probably less common these days. Like a lot of things seems to have died out. People don't cook as much as they used to. People still do. It's still made, but probably not as much as it once was. It's a really it can vary a lot, this dish, depending on who cooks it and what recipe they use. It's a really simple idea. The idea is that you make a custard, a baked custard, you know, with eggs and milk, baked custard, and you embed that custard inside some old bread and butter that you've got lying around. Well, I mean, it's bread that you've got lying around, but you add butter to it and it becomes bread and butter, and hence bread and butter pudding. You bake it in the oven, and the milk and egg turn to custard. So you get all the nice advantages of the baked custard with the nice texture of bread. The nice texture of bread, and the bits of bread that are sticking out get baked in the oven. They go brown, you know, and if it works, it's really nice. So if it's done right, if it comes off, it's a good one. It's really good. Like, you know, the custard will be really nice, and the bread will be really nice. And if you've got some nice toppings, they'll be really good too. So in the case of, it's my idea to use the bananas. Last time I made this was really good. The bananas were really great. The flavour of the banana went into the custard, and, you know, gave the custard a whole new dimension. A big success. So for that reason, I'm going to do it here. Make it again on camera, and hopefully it'll be just as good as the last one. Now the difference is, in this case, that it's been at least a week since I made, probably more than a week since I made the last one. So the bread's very stale, very stale. But it should be okay, you know, should be fine. So the theory goes. It's also, the bread is also, I've got the two crusts in there, which I'm not sure how the crusts are going to go when they get baked, you know, whether they'll get soft or not. I mean, they're crusts, they might stay hard, I don't know. But I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. So this is really, like, when it comes to making desserts, this one is about as easy as it gets. Like I say, it can vary. You know, if you get a bad one, you get a bad bread and butter pudding, like, I suppose a lot of people have had bad ones, you know, ones that are made in bulk on a school camp or something, and, you know, they're not very nice. They can be pretty bad. You know, if the custard's overcooked, it get hard, you know, and really, in my opinion, sultanas aren't the best thing to put on top of these things, but they probably are the cheapest. So if you get one on a school camp, it's probably going to be sultanas. So it's not going to be the best topping. And maybe, I'm just thinking, rather than having, I don't want to have two crusts together, so I'll make sure that the crust is interleaved by a non-crust. There we go. So the idea is you arrange these pieces of bread. What have I done wrong there? I keep doing something wrong. like a not a Ferris wheel, some other sort of wheel, pinwheel. There we go, like a fan, right? They're like a fan, and there should be a corner sticking up. Each one's got a corner sticking up and a bit of a hole in the middle, right? That's what we want. That's what I want. Right, now we just beat some eggs. 3 eggs. 1. I mean, when you see how easy this is to make, you'll be making it. Well, you should be making it. Don't get easier than this. 3 eggs. I'll just wash the eggy bits off my hands. And add a fork. And a lot of people use a whisk. Which is fine, you use a whisk. I mean, I've got one hanging up there, I just never use it. I don't know why that is, I just never use it. Right, 1.5 cups of milk. Half a cup of cream. Voila. Then some dash of vanilla. A couple of tablespoons of caster sugar. Make it sweet. 1, 2. Don't want to go too heavy on the sugar. I'm going to add some brown sugar for topping in a minute. So don't get too heavy on the sugar. I mean, it's a baked custard. Baked custard should be sweet, but not too sweet. If it's too sweet, it just kind of loses, you lose the flavour of the baked custard. I mean, that's the custard right there. Why would you buy crappy store-made custard that's nothing like this and doesn't taste anything like it? And this is so bloody easy to make. It's just, I mean, you just saw it. What did that take? A couple of minutes? And it involved no skill whatsoever. Why would you buy stuff from a shop? Why would you buy the pre-made garbage? Why would you do it? Please explain. Oh, I've got these old bananas, so a good opportunity to use up some bananas. You know, it's the end of the dry in Portland here. It's hot and dry in March. Hot and dry. Very different to April, which is coming. When the rain starts in Portland, once the rain starts, it just won't stop. So just dot the bread and butter with banana. Banana is such a fantastic fruit, really. What a fantastic fruit banana is. The smell of it, you know, even just the smell, it's just magnificent. I mean, this is really, you know, ripe, overripe. As you can see, it's just starting to go off, but it's alright. We'll just cut the dodgy bits off, and the rest will be terrific. You know, why waste something that's 95% good? Make no sense to waste it. Alright. Continue putting on the banana. Bit of fun making this. I mean, if you've got kids, get them to put the banana on. They'll like it. They'll have fun doing a bit of assembly, you know, and they'll feel like they're part of it. We're nearly done. Hang on. Let's get rid of that bit. Nearly there, you know. So easy. So bloody easy. Now, banana goes really well with sugar, especially brown sugar. If you can get the brown sugar to caramelise around the banana, it's great. So just try to put the sugar on top of the banana, and not necessarily everywhere else. Although there's so much banana, I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe I should have gone a bit easier on the sugar in the custard itself, seeing as how there's so much banana here, and there's going to be a lot of brown sugar. Yeah, brown sugar and banana just go really well together, really well. I don't want to do too much. As I said, I don't want it too sweet. Like, it's going to be sweet, but I don't want it to be super, super sweet. And the final thing is some good quality cooking chocolate. Now I'm just trying this 90% stuff from Aldi. Aldi 90%. Now, just tasting it, it doesn't seem to be as good as the Cadbury. The Cadbury 70%, I think, still better than this. This is supposed to be 90%, but I mean, it tastes bitter. It's got the bitterness of high purity chocolate. Supposedly 90%. So yeah, it's bitter and it's chocolatey, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was as good as the Cadbury. I wouldn't say. The Cadbury 70% I think is still better. But anyway, we'll see how it goes on top of this. Now, I don't want too much chocolate because this is all about the banana. It's about the banana, it's not about the chocolate. Yes, there's chocolate. The idea is the chocolate is just an accompaniment to the banana. It's not, the banana is not an accompaniment to the chocolate. So, we don't want the chocolate overpowering the banana. And there it is. Hang on, where's my phone? Okay, here it is. And pop it in the oven. (180 degrees Celsius) for 30 minutes. So I'll come back in half an hour and see how it goes. Okay, well it's been, I left it in for 35 minutes. Let's have a go. See how it moves like jelly? That's the custard. So the crust, this is going to be a good test because I was wondering how the crusty bits would go, because the last time I made this I didn't use the crusts, but this time I have, so let's just see how it goes. That seems to cut alright. It's nice and fluffy. When you cut through it, you really feel how fluffy it is. Now I'll just I'll just get that close up. You can see the, I mean, it was just, they're just 5 slices of bread, you know. You wouldn't think it would turn out like this, but with the custard it really does. Now you can just see the, you can see how the chocolate's melted. So, let's find out if it worked. Certainly hot. It's plenty hot. Oh man, I tell you, the banana is an absolute winner in this. It really is. If you've had this with sultanas and found it crap, try this one with the banana. It's incredible. Now, the crusts that are sticking out here are crunchy, which is great. You know, the crunchiness compared with the fluffy custard, fluffy baked egg custard. Fantastic contrast, really is. Hot. Wow. It's not too sweet. It's not too sweet. I mean, it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. And it's incredible. Even if you get a bit that hasn't got, you get a bit without banana, you can still taste banana in it. The banana flavour is diffused through the custard. It's amazing. And the chocolate is not overwhelming at all. In fact, depends whether you get a bit with any chocolate on it. But yeah, you don't want too much chocolate. It's not about the chocolate, it's about the banana and the custard. Really simple. Really, really simple to make. Honestly, if you get it right, like this, if you get it like this, it's a fantastic dessert. Like it's much better than you would think it would be when you think it's just stale bread and butter and whipped up quick custard. From the ingredients that went in and how easy it was to assemble this dish, you know, it was really quick and easy. But honestly, it's a really good quality dessert. Not second rate at all, it's really good. I don't know whether anyone else has put banana in bread and butter pudding before. I mean, maybe they quite likely they have, but I had the idea. I may not be the only one, but it's a really good idea. So, it's just brilliant. It just goes so well. It goes perfectly with the bread and butter pudding, with the custard. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I was using a crust. I'm eating one of the bits that was crust, and it's okay. It's not better than the non-crust bits. But it's alright. When you think, I was just going to throw out that leftover white bread. I was going to throw it out, but made it into a pudding, which is what people Mothers have been doing for 100 years or more. 200 years, or however long they've been making this stuff. Great way to use up your white bread. You can make it with brown bread too, but I think it's probably a little bit nicer with the white, because the white hasn't got so much flavour, and that so you taste the custard more. Anyway, really easy, fantastic, quality dessert for very little trouble. Give it a go.